Today, I, Assemblyman Michael Navakov, call on the New York's press corps to stop shielding Democratic leaders who have endorsed Assemblyman Zorhan Mandani for mayor, a candidate whose record, socialism and anti-Semitism pose a great threat to the safety and dignity of New York City Jewish community. I'm standing in front of Brooklyn Democratic Party leader Rodney's Hermelin office. The press must ask the Brooklyn Democratic leader, along with congressional members Jerrold Nadler, Adriano Espaillat, and Nydia Velasquez, why they're endorsing a mayoral candidate who refuses to denounce the phrase "globalize the Intifada." That slogan isn't symbolic. It is a direct call to violence, to Holocaust survivors, and to the broader Jewish community. It is a chilling echo of pogroms, terror attacks, and the worst chapters in Jewish history. I'm standing in the Holocaust Memorial Park in Brooklyn with a Holocaust survivor. New York City is home to the largest Jewish population outside of Israel. Yet, these Democratic leaders are backing a candidate who refuses to affirm Israel's right to exist as a Jewish state, and who was arrested outside Senator Chuck Schumer's Brooklyn home just days after 1,400 Israelis, including infants and entire families, were slaughtered by Hamas on October 7th. That was not a protest for peace. It was a protest against Israel defending itself. Standing next to me is Dora Roth, a Holocaust survivor who fled the Soviet Union to escape anti-Semitism and socialism. For 45 years, she has cherished the freedom and opportunity that America, and especially New York City, gave her. Today, she tells me she fears once again living under an anti-Semitic socialist regime right here in the city she thought was her safe haven. She fears the real possibility in this mayoral race, and it terrifies her.
Меня зовут Дора Рот, я survivor Holocaust. Я родилась до войны, я была ребенком. Я убежала из Советского Союза от антисемитизма и боюсь, что мэр города может стать антисемит.
The press must ask Mandani, what message was he sending by getting arrested protesting Israel's right to defend itself just days after the Hamas massacre, while Jewish blood still stained the ground in Israel? And why haven't Democratic leaders who endorsed him been questioned about their values or their respect for Jewish life and safety? How can they justify standing by a man who chose to protest Israel's right to defend itself just hours after Jewish families were butchered in their homes? I'm standing at the 72nd Street subway station in Congressman Jerrold Nadler district. Nadler, who once attended Hebrew school in Borough Park and claims to represent Jewish values, must answer for leading Jews for Zorhan, a group reportedly funded by anti-Israel organizations, some backed by George Soros, and groups linked to foreign interests hostile to Israel. Why is Nadler standing behind a candidate who uses terms like genocide and apartheid to describe the Jewish state, rhetoric condemned by fellow Democrats, including Assemblyman Samberger, as false, inflammatory, and dangerous? If Congressman Nadler and Brooklyn Democratic Party leader Rodney's Hermelin claim they oppose BDS, then why are they supporting a candidate who has actively led pro-BDS protests, like those at Columbia University? This is a dangerous double standard. The press must hold Nadler and Hermelin accountable. Let us be clear, enough is enough. The Jewish community will not remain silent as anti-Semitism becomes normalized under the banner of progressive politics. Zorhan Mandani's candidacy and the silence of those who endorse him and the silence of elected officials who don't condemn him is an insult to the memory of the Holocaust, to victims of terrorism, and to every New Yorker who believes in tolerance, security, and truth. If the media won't confront these leaders who hid and demand answers, we will. I and many in my community came to this country to escape anti-Semitism. We will not watch it take root here. Not now, not ever. I'm standing in front of the building where the New York State Democratic Party, led by Jay Jacobs, has its headquarters. There's also a disturbing political hypocrisy at play. In 2021, State Democratic Party Chair Jay Jacobs refused to endorse the socialist nominee for Buffalo mayor. Yet today, according to the New York Times, Jacobs has alarmed Jewish leaders by showing a willingness to work with Mandani, a self-identified socialist who has alarmed Jewish communities across the state, seeks to become mayor of New York City. Meanwhile, Governor Kathy Hochul, who has styled herself as New York's therapist-in-chief, downplays the gravity of this moment by telling the public, "We're going to be okay. We don't need therapy. We need leadership against an anti-Semitic candidate." And that is why today I'm formally calling on both Chairman Jacobs and Governor Hochul to take immediate action. Revoke Zorhan Mandani's membership in the Democratic Party. Under New York election law, Article 2, Section 212, 214, and 2122, political parties have clear authority to govern their internal affairs, including the discipline and removal of members. This is not a free speech issue. This is a hate speech. The Democratic Party has a responsibility to reject candidates whose actions and words fan the flames of anti-Semitism and inside hatred. Anti-Semitism has no place in New York politics. Not in our schools, not in our streets, and not in City Hall. I urge Democratic leaders and members of the media alike, do your duty. Ask the hard questions. Confront the uncomfortable truths. The Jewish community is watching, and history is taking notes.